Three ways to burn your belly fat from the comfort of your home. So the question is that, can you really burn your belly fat from the comfort of your home? Well, the answer is
Yes, we can.
okay. Before even I get into the actual video, I want to tell you something. I want to make something very, very clear. There is nothing called as spot reduction. You cannot really burn only your belly fat. It doesn't happen. All right. So how do you take this approach in a very structured manner? It's very simple. I want you to approach this game by looking into one single spot. It's called as fat. So you need to really focus on the total body fat percentage reduction. When that goes off, the belly fat goes away. But unfortunately for all of us, the belly and the love handles is probably the last part where the fat leaves our body. So there are two types of fat. Of course, there are three types of fats, but let me break down the bad fats and the good fats. The good fat is nothing but the essential fat. Let me not even go there because we are not discussing about that one. Let's talk about the bad fats. All right. So there is subcutaneous fat and there's visceral fat. Subcutaneous is nothing but the ones that you see under the skin, that you can hold, that you can pinch, that you can see in the mirror. That is the subcutaneous fat. And visceral fat is nothing but inside your organs. It is situated inside your arteries. So that is something that we really need to focus on because they are bad for you. So what are the three powerful ways to get off your belly fat and the total body fat percentage from the comfort of your home? Let's get it. Okay, the first one is your nutrition. So there is a saying, abs are made in the kitchen. That means 78% of your entire game of losing your belly fat or losing your fat in itself comes from your nutrition. It is not only about what you eat, but it's also important when you eat. All right, the when you eat part will change from person to person. Okay, what you eat will also change, but not to a great extent. So the thing is, what most people do is that getting onto a diet, which is good, which is a great thing. But the only thing is, like, you need to understand if the diet is just sustainable for the rest of your life. And if you can't do that, then probably you're going to gain all the weight that you have lost. So take a look around your friends, your environment, the food that you eat on a regular basis and everything else. If that is designed for you to go for a lot of party, a lot of junk food, a lot of, comfort zone food, then the chances are that you're not going to achieve the result what you wanted, because your environment, your immediate environment is not set for that one. Okay, I'm asking you to be a little more self-centered when it comes to the food, because that plays a huge part in this entire game. And what I have seen is that there are a lot of people who are going onto a diet and restricting themselves from a lot of food, and that's not a good idea. And let me tell you why. The moment you start reducing and restricting a lot of food from your diet, what happens is crucial elements like sodium, potassium gets depleted, glycogen gets depleted. When the sodium and potassium gets depleted, your brain loses communication with your muscle. All right, that is when you crash. You won't be able to process things straight, and that's when you give up. And that's when you really feel so shitty inside, and then you just go to a restaurant and just go make a meal and then just go for the all junk and everything else. That's when you crash. You don't want to do that. So how do you find the right balance in your food? That is on a whole different level. Let me tell you that story in another video. Okay, so now you need to understand the priority of the food. My first suggestion is eat 4 or more times a day. That's going to help you with your metabolism. And eat protein in every single meal or snack. That's going to help you with the muscle protein synthesis. In that way, you can quickly get your body into the anabolic state. All right, so that is when you really burn off your fat. If not, you're not really touching your fat. It's just the muscles and glycogens getting burnt out. So you get the point, right? Which brings me to point number 2, aerobic workouts. Aerobic workouts are great when you are doing it. So it doesn't really need any equipment or anything. There's nothing fancy about it. There are tons and tons of aerobic videos on the YouTube. Just go and download it. And my suggestion is, if you can do this, and my highest recommendation is, if you can do this on the empty stomach, preferably 7 days a week in the morning, then you are good to go. Number 3, hydration. 37% of the people are actually confusing the hunger with thirst. You need to have a proper hydration for your body to perform in such a good manner. And if you're going down on your hydration, The problem is that you tend to go a lot more on your food, and that is not a good idea because at the end of the day, it's the game of calories. All you got to do is just follow this one for the next 30 days and see what results are you getting. I will see you in the next video. This is Vishak signing off.